practice kick.
No, he's sitting there.
No, I was just been out there. Man, I was sitting there, and he kicked that ball, and the guy in front of me, I thought it was. That's $10 right there. That's it.
That's your dog.
No,
you responsible.
You supposed to be taking it home.
Rip Best say, you responsible. Oh, yeah. It's your fault, man.
That's on me, right? Yeah. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing, Mr. Alvin?
Yeah, I'm good. How about yourself?
Good, man. Ready for some football today, man.
Yeah. How was your week?
Good week, man. Good week.
You ready for some football?
Yeah, man. Hey, I've been working hard the whole week, so I'm ready to kick back, watch some good football.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
There's some good football games on last night, so shit.
Yeah. College was yesterday was real good, you know. But I don't know, you said good football. If you plan on watching the Saints, you won't be seeing no good football. It's just plain and simple, I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay, well, look. You see this hardware right here? You get you some of that, then we can talk about it. We can talk. Then you on my level to talk about competition with the Saints. You get you some hardware.
Man, ring. Come on, ring.
Yeah.
Man, how long ago it been? That's ages.
You don't have one.
It don't count.
You don't have one.
I bet you they don't even have their rings. It's been so long ago.
Hey, how long you been married? You still got that ring on, right? Exactly. Yeah. You don't take it off. Don't tell me about no rings, man.
Yeah. I do take it off, man. I take it off when I go to sleep. Man.
Whatever.
Yeah. So what's going on with you, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Been working, man. Trying to grind before the holidays start kicking in, man. Trying to get this money together.
Right. What was interesting this week, man? What was going on this week? What you heard out there? What did you hear?
Man, a lot of stuff, man. I was watching Breakfast Club the other day. Did you see the interview with Dame Dash? Hey, did y'all see the interview with Dame Dash? Y'all got to check that out. Did you see it out?
Yeah, man. He called that man gay 100 times.
Oh, man.
I'm like, man, how you gonna call
at the
this man
beginning,
gay?
I'm thinking, okay, well, they playing.
Right.
But he did it the whole episode.
The whole time, man. He called him gay and he say they dumb. Y'all dumb. Y'all dumb. I was like, man, how you gonna call so? You gonna come? Wait a minute. First of all, how you gonna come to my show and set boundaries? Now, okay, that's first of all. You gonna come here? I'm interviewing you. You gonna tell me don't cut you off? Does this, that, and the other, right? At one time you say, well, see, if you do this right here, I'm just gonna go out here and smoke a joint. You look like you was already smoking something.
He was all over the place, man.
Everywhere.
Because I'm thinking him and Charlamagne just gonna go at each other because Charlamagne go poke and try to make stuff funny.
Right.
But then he was getting agitated by it. So I'm like, oh, there's some seriousness to it.
Yeah.
And then he would tell everybody, well, I'm just talking to this person. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. I'm talking. And he kept saying, well, y'all don't understand. Let the teacher teach. I'm like, what the hell is you teaching? What is you teaching, man? Who are you teaching to? Them kids, they ain't no kids, they ain't no students. He bought in the book saying daughter had read, but everything is in the family business.
That's what he said.
What he say? The family company, the family business.
And he also said he the CEO, the chairman of what it's called? What did he own?
Revolt?
Revolt. Yeah, he said he the chairman of Revolt. So that was supposed to be announced a couple of days ago. We're gonna see.
So that'll make him Cam boss then.
He said that. He said
they actually really say that he's not like the
he said that.
the president. He's not on the board.
Revolt released a statement saying it's not true.
I knew he, man. He told a whole lot.
So he just went up there and lied.
Yeah, just went up there and lied.
Just lied.
Yeah, just lied. That's why Charlamagne there was on him, man, because they knew.
Yeah, they had the inside scoop already.
He say, now, I feel if we get respect, if I come here, we can talk face to face about it. And then, if y'all want to ask me something, y'all ask me and we can straighten it out. Man, you lying all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah, like, man,
and I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, well, maybe this true. Are they going to make this announcement that's going to come out? And you lied.
Yeah. It's probably about 15, 20 minutes into that interview. Man, I said, this dude, he on something.
Something's wrong, man.
Yeah. He done had a good drink and a good joint, something,
Because most of the time he done been on that before.
Yeah.
They'll go back and forth,
Right.
but like he be conscious about what he's
Right.
saying and how he moving,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
didn't seem like himself.
Man.
I'm like, something going on, man. Something going on.
And Charlamagne say, so you don't like gay people? No, I ain't got nothing against gay people. But you gay. Like, man, you call that man gay.
He called that the whole show.
The
whole show. That was crazy.
And I knew, that they have some type of beef, man. And of course he said, well, I think y'all should do research before you start reporting things, right? Make sure you know what you talking about.
Because that's what got me. I'm like, oh well, maybe he telling the truth.
Yeah,
Like he got facts.
Yeah. But then the man said that he owed IRS some money. he said, that's how I say he was all over the place, right? He owed IRS some money, but at the same time, he got all this stuff going on. Books and Revo and all this stuff going on, right? He filed Chapter 7. I'm like, okay, man, what is it? What this dude, man,
Quick question for you.
Mm.
As a CPA, many people, including myself, don't really understand this tax stuff. So to add on to what he said and the comment about what he said, what's your personal opinion about that?
Well, the thing is, he said he filed a Chapter 7 update, right? Chapter 7 really, everything disappeared. But when you sit down with an attorney, and you tell him your situation, right, then he'll tell you what's best, to file, right? A lot of people file, and if they get a return back, they're supposed to give that money to the Internal Revenue Service.
Yeah.
Anything that you give back because you owe.
Yeah.
You owe people, so you're supposed to give that money back so they can distribute it to whoever the trustees or whoever they're gonna pay
it back.
Pay it back out. And everything like that. So it just all depends on what advice that attorney gives.
Give him. Oh, okay. So it's based on that.
Yeah, it's based on that. So everything is really based on that. You sit down and you see them and they'll talk to you. I've had several clients that have actually filed. Yeah. And they brought the letter in and showed me, right? They filed and I said, oh, you got this money coming, right? Yeah, I know, Mr. Local. I know, I ain't gonna get that money because they have to go to the bankruptcy.
Oh, okay. So it automatically take it. Okay.
Yeah, and if somehow it sneaked through the hole, you're supposed to actually make sure that they get it. Yeah, because it's going to pay your debt off. It depends on which one you got though. Yeah.
And after all that he said, he say, well, I don't have no money because I give it all to my kids and my family. Then he say, well, I got $5 million in the bank. Right. So it's like you don't know what to believe, man.
But yeah, he also said too that he didn't have a bank because he said that his money was frozen.
Frozen, yeah.
His money was frozen, right? And he have nothing in his name.
Oh, he said that too.
He said he have nothing in his name.
So Al, on the business side, when he says he don't have anything in his name, like what that means?
Well, he put it in his family name, the kids, wife, or whatever,
so it can't get tracked back to him.
Yeah, it can't be tracked back to him. I'm quite sure the same thing happened with Sean Combs, right?
Oh, yeah.
That he put all his assets, whatever it was, he put it in the family name, and so, they can't touch them. But anything he got, they can take from him.
Yeah, so that's smart. Then you just ship it away from you. So none of you, they can't come take. Okay. So that's why a lot of people might do houses and cars and all that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people, and you talk to lots of business people that do that, right?
Yeah.
Because of lawsuits and different type of things like that, they'll tell you, I don't own that,
Okay.
Even though they own it, but they don't.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not in their name.
It makes sense from a business standpoint. Make a lot of sense.
Oh yeah. Because people come out the woodwork. Like he said, he kept saying he was being sued by Chris Brown, right? And they straightened that out too. He said I was gonna get to it. They say it's not the singer Chris Brown.
Because that's what I was thinking. Like Chris Brown.
Yeah. And so he said if y'all give me a chance, I was gonna straighten out. They like, man, come on, man. This our show. You know what I was saying? I said, wait, hold on. Just slow down. Take it easy. If you need to go and smoke a joint, like you say, go do it. Come back, right? Because this is our show.
So if Tracy popped up, you would tell Tracy the same thing?
Yeah, I'll tell him like that. And one thing you're not going to do is keep calling me gay, man. You gotta keep on calling me gay, and you're not gonna keep telling me I'm dumb. You know,
And he told them all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, y'all dumb. Y'all don't
dumb.
understand.
Yeah, you know, I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
man. You know, for real. Yeah. Hey, no. This is what I would have did. I would have did the camera right what he did to Angel Bonner. Hold it, bro. You got to go.
Oh, you talking about Cameron?
Yeah. You got to go. You know, Dane, you got to go. Let's go. You know, you can't come in and just take over.
He took over the show. Set parameters, barriers, whatever you say. This is how we doing it.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna let me talk. Y'all not gonna interrupt me.
And if y'all interrupt me, you know, see y'all trying to trigger me. You trying to trigger me. You trying to say, bro, you know, now it was okay for him to interrupt them.
And he kept doing it.
He kept on doing it. They were trying to like, okay, we asked him the question, you know,
Yeah.
He kept interrupting them. Then he'll say, oh, I'm sorry. You know, I was like, man.
That's why I thought. That's why I thought at first. I'm thinking they just doing it,
right?
But he continued the whole show doing that. I like, oh yeah, no, like he ain't stable, man.
He ain't stable. Man, it ain't. You know, I'm like, okay, maybe he was in one of his little shops that he owned before. You know, he came down there. You know,
you think so?
I believe so.
He was trying to relax.
Maybe he had just planted some new stuff. It was growing, right? And he was trying it out. You know, so
that's what it seemed like.
He was all man. Darryl, he was right here, dude. He was just like windshield wipers.
All over the place.
Yeah, you know, I was like, wow. Answer this for me. From what you saw, we talked about that topic, right? What did you see? What did you see?
I think Dame is misunderstood a lot, but it's like he think he gotta be this tough guy all the time. Like
right.
I'm a macho man, this, that, and he think he's still in the streets. You're not in the streets no more, number one. Number two, you're in the business world. And that's why so many people think he's toxic, because he do this. And then he want to be so tough and all that. Like, no, handle your business. You don't have to do all that street stuff over with. You in the business world now. Act accordingly.
Well, they said that, he said it himself, right? He said that, you know, he can be tough, but he ain't going to fight nobody. That's what he said, right? You know, but in 2 sentences, he called around and he told Charlamagne the God, say, you soft.
Yeah,
he said people be running all over you.
Yeah,
he said in an interview, you saw. So in that case, he was acting like, oh, I'm just.
He told Charlamagne, I'll punch you in the face. If we was on the street right now, I'll punch you in the face. And that's that mentality. It's like you got to draw the line. You got to know when to turn that switch on and when not to. And it's like, so that's why so many people think he's toxic, because you taking that same street mentality into a building, into an office with these different people. Right. And you can't do that, man.
And an interview, which, you know, you're supposed to be there to clarify some things. And not be the biggest man in the building. And, you know, I mean, just for him keep calling this man gay, man, and all like this, man, I'm like, yo, dude,
that's why a lot of people consider him toxic, and he rub people the wrong way, man.
He's very, man. And, you know, the other thing, too, right? He said something about the young lady that I think is his artist that worked for him, right?
Yeah.
He said something like a white allele or something like that. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
I'm like, what? That's what made me think. I said, yeah, he been smoking.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even. You can't even put them two together. You can't put nobody on her level anyway. Like, don't even mention that. Like, man, come up with something else. Don't even mention that.
Why would you mention?
Yeah, I think that was disrespectful too, especially to her family. Family, well, you can't compare nobody to that young lady.
Yeah,
nobody. She was totally different on a different level than many artists out here today. Yeah, like let that young lady rest in peace.
Yeah, it's exactly. You know, and my thing with Dave, man, and you know, you can see like I think we was talking earlier about, you know, him and his other business partners, Jay-Z and all that. Well, if you look at it now, you can just see he was the problem.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. You can look and see that he was the problem.
And the things he was doing on the inside was like, Jay was the quiet one. He ain't got involved in a lot of that stuff, but it was rubbing him the wrong way. So that's what kind of negated that change too, because everything was supposed to be together. But when you start making decisions, if we got something we doing together and I'm saying everything, we going by everything I say, it's not no team no more.
Yeah. Let me ask you this right here then. Okay, so we are a team.
Yeah.
And you going left, all the way left, all the time, all the way left. That put me in a position to say, okay, what is he really doing, right? You know, what is he really doing, right? You know, I seen Dane have, and they put it out there. He had problems with his son, man, because of the way, the way that he would actually come on and say things to him, right?
Wow, I ain't know that.
Yeah, so you know they had a reality show at one time. Did you ever look at it?
I ain't never seen it.
Yeah. So it was a lot going on, but just to look at this right here, I'm like, do you really think he's a good businessman?
It's just after seeing that show, I'm like, you seem to be toxic, man. It's like you turning everything and want everybody to be on your side. You were supposed to come here and clear up a lot of questions everybody had for you, questions that still wasn't answered, and this was your opportunity. It's like you just walked in there and just blew it up.
Well, you know, that's why he did it, because he didn't want to. Well, we know it was a lie.
Yeah, he didn't want to get to
get to it was a
the
live
real
show, so he didn't really want to get into it. So anytime it's like that, we flip the script.
Flip the script, yep. Because
You know,
he did
that's
that.
what, flip the
His
script.
plan worked today. He flipped that script.
Yeah, flip the script.
Quick question for you, man. You been a businessman. You ain't no shady businessman, are you? All right. Hey, we'll answer that later.
My record speak for itself.
Hey, look, why do
my record speak for
why
itself.
do I say majority of businessmen try to project like they doing good even when they're not doing good, or they have so much success when there's no success. They don't report like the struggle and the trials and tribulations they actually got to go through.
What they capping, you know, a lot of times, right? What it is, it's and it shouldn't be. It's embarrassment.
Yeah.
Right. You know, you want to be who you're not. You know, you want to be bigger than what you're not.
Yeah.
You know, and I see that with a lot of them. Right. You don't have to. If you very successful, it'll show.
Yeah.
You ain't got to tell nobody nothing. You know, people can see the way you move. You know, they can see the way you move. They can see, okay, this right here. They come into your business, you know, and see the way it flourishes. You know, so, you know.
Not to cut you off, a quick question. Like in Dame's situation, do you think it'll make, if he project, besides projecting, just show what actually going on, you think it'll make him feel weak, or you think he feel like people don't respect him the same?
Well, it's both. It's both. It'll make him feel weak, and he don't think he'll get the respect that he should get. You know, and my thing is to get that respect, you got to earn it.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell a lie to get it, right? You earn it.
True.
You know, like when he said he was the chairman of Repo, and they came out and say, no, we don't know nothing about that, right?
Yeah.
That's capping, man.
That's
for
cap.
what? I mean, if you were, you didn't even have to tell them. They'd have found out, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if you did the research, you know, they'd have found out.
And they have millions of videos on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah.
You just went and lied on the radio
exactly.
show to all these people.
To all these people.
To all
man.
of us. For what?
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. For what? Why would you make something up, right? That's unreal.
Yeah.
You know, so you tell the truth about it. And your numbers in any type of business that you're in, your numbers gonna show for it, right? You know, you're able to one thing about business, right? It may take you 10 years, it may take you 2 years, it may take you 15 years, it may take you 20 years.
Yeah.
But once you reach that plateau, you know, and you say, okay, I made it.
I made it, yeah.
Yeah. You know, you don't have to say, oh man, I'm this big, man, you know, man, I'm average Slocum. Man, I got it all. It don't take all that.
Would you do business with Dame?
Hell no. If they ain't had a puppet shop, I wouldn't buy no food from him, man. Boy, hell, boy, I see Dave out there, I speed by zoom. But just looking at that, let me ask you a question, right? Looking at what you saw, that interview, right? Picture him, what kind of businessman do you picture him as?
Shit, like everybody else, toxic. You see, he was all over the place, and you kept trying to kick Charlamagne in the back, the whole panel, telling them to be quiet and take over everything. You visiting.
Right.
You're supposed to be respectful.
Right.
If you got to give respect to give respect, and you did. He showed none of that.
Man,
so how are we gonna trust you and with all kind of money and doing all this other stuff if you can't even handle yourself on an interview, a radio station interview?
One thing about a successful businessman, he don't have to brag. I kept saying, I got these houses, my girlfriend or wife or whatever, they got these houses, right? You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. You just let your work speak for itself.
Yeah, true.
That's all you do. Let your work speak for itself.
All right, man. Turning the page.
Man.
Turning the page.
Oh,
I got something for you. I got something for you.
What you got for me?
Did you hear or see the interview Nick Cannon did? That's the talk of the town right now,
man. Now.
And for the people that ain't heard, tell them what's going on.
Well, Nick said, this is what he said. He said, with 12 kids, he was trauma. He was trauma. He said he should have healed first.
Yeah.
After the divorce with Mariah Carey, right? You know, and if he had the process, he would do it a little different.
Yeah.
You know, now, And he also said too, hey, I'm gonna do it because I got the money, and I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I could do, just like I could do what I want to do.
Yeah, true.
And we all know that, he's very successful. He could do now. See, that's a successful businessman
of
too,
course,
right?
of course.
And you don't hear him bragging, but he said it was trauma, trauma that with 12 kids. Now I wouldn't go out there and say that right there,
Yeah.
I just said, I was greedy, and I had an appetite for women. And we had babies, baby after baby after baby,
Yeah, he had some babies now. That joker wouldn't stop him.
Yeah, and he said he could afford.
He could afford, yeah.
Yeah, and everything like that. Now, as far as saying trauma, I can understand that, if you go through a divorce, I see some people that go through a divorce.
Yeah.
And it really, they say it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. It's very hurtful. And they are, they do need to heal, right? But making a baby, man, after going through the divorce, that ain't you doing what you want to do.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And I think, but I think he truly needed that, but he didn't find it out till later, till afterwards. Till you start going through stuff, going through therapy and stuff. Like he said, he still may have had 12 kids, but it would have been maybe in a different situation or at a slower pace because it was babies, baby after baby. It was dropping cars.
Man,
Ooh.
maybe every female he thought was Mariah.
Oh, that's
and he was like, okay, you gonna give me another baby? A baby after this baby. So if he needed to be healed, I guess he was healing.
Another question.
In a quick way.
So people are split about it. Some people saying, some people kicking his back in, like you should have never said that, A, B, and C. And other people saying, okay, well, you're maturing, you're growing up.
Right.
How do you feel about it? What's your thoughts?
I wouldn't have used the word trauma.
Yeah.
I think, a kid don't actually come into the world, right? And it takes two people to make that kid come in the world.
True.
Now you saying that, how you think that those baby mamas feel about what you said about that?
Yeah, it could be some
See,
friction.
that is it. Yeah, I'm saying, so you got to be careful. Words can hurt, and once you put it out there,
Oh, yeah, you can't rewind
it, right? Like my father-in-law say, man, when you get old, you can't go back in reverse, right? So words out there. What you said, I wouldn't use that word.
Yeah.
What you think about him using that word?
I think he tried to clean it up, but I wouldn't have used. He should have focused more on himself. Like I was going through this, I had to deal with this. I should have been more mature about it. I have no regrets. I love these kids. What you said, he loved his kids.
Yeah.
But like at trauma stuff, it's cool. He said I had things to deal with. I should have took better care of myself.
Right.
Because he said like now he leaving trauma behind with the other kids. So. That's gonna be hard to clean up.
Yeah.
And like, what trauma gonna be left between other kids? Because you in their life, you taking care of them. He spent over $3 million annually on all the kids. Right. So they taken care of. Is that relationship where it need to be? That's what you got to work on to make sure that you
exactly. So my thing was you. It was okay to get healed.
Yeah.
It was okay to use that word that get healed, and me going through the process myself of being healed, right? But I still say that you could have hurt one of the two other baby mama. Who knows? By using that word right there, how they gonna interpret that right there? So and he said I was having fun too. And I could do what I want to do. But you don't bring no kid in the middle of fun just to have fun.
And to that, in the household he came up in, I don't think it was no monogamy either. From he didn't officially get down to it, but he said something about that too. Because his parents were all over the place doing other things too. Right. So he came up into that. Right. So he I guess now he's trying to break the cycle, but if he'd have did it from the beginning, it'd have been a whole lot smoother. Right. Now he got to work on that relationship with them women because out of them 12, out of them 6 women, 7 women, however, one or two of them gonna be pissed off.
They're gonna feel those words right there. And to say, okay, you had my baby and you was going through trauma, and I had a baby. I thought we was cool.
Yeah.
I thought we had it out of love. I thought, it was something that we wanted together.
Yeah. Not just, because he pushed it off on the women. Like, they came to me. They came to me.
They came to me. That's say, they came to me. So that's like, okay, to me, it's selfish.
Yeah.
If you're going to take the blame, take the blame.
Yeah.
If you say, I needed help, I needed healing, that's me. I need that, right? I ain't pushing it off on nobody else.
Yeah.
And so I feel that he kind of And then I'm looking at Gary. You see Gary with T.
Gary who?
Had them big old glasses on, talking about it almost brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, I don't want to say what I want to say, but I'm like, why you exaggerate that?
I didn't see that. What he said?
Man, go back and look at it. He said, this is what Nick Cannon had to say, and because I heard, a few people that actually heard the interview and they played it back, right? He's almost brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, come on, man. Ricky, this is what he said, Ricky. It's almost brought tears. I'm like, for real?
What Ricky said about it?
Ricky said, hey, he just spoke from the heart. He told the truth, And I did think he did speak from the heart and tell the truth. It's just the words that you use in that. Yeah, it was some words that could have been, other words could have been used.
Yeah.
You kind of clean it up if you're gonna really clean it up.
Yeah.
So.
Because you're on a big stage and everybody to every word you say, they following everything, going back and forth, replaying it, making sure, seeing how they feel about it and how they interpret it, which everybody go interpret it different.
Right.
It's just where you at in your life, and now you got to worry about the relationship with these women.
And also,
that's the biggest thing.
Those things stay around too. So you got to look at when the kids get old enough to hear those things right now.
That's true too, and especially if their mother's pushing that in their ear.
Right. So you have to whenever you being interviewed, you have to make sure that you be careful as to what you say, that you don't hurt nobody else.
Especially them kids.
Right. Exactly. Because right there, you could have hurt two people, the kids and their mother. It's okay to clean you up.
Yeah.
I do feel he was hurt behind the divorce.
Oh yeah, of course.
But man, it's a way to clean it up.
All right, man. Before we get out of here,
your
favorite talk host, Stephen A. Smith, man. What's going on ESPN, man?
Man. Molly was there because I was looking at Monday. She was there. Tuesday, and I think Monday night she put out on her Instagram, that she'll be leaving ESPN the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And they say her contract was up at the end of the year. Well, Tuesday, Stephen A. came out and he was hosting.
I was surprised.
And I was like, wow, And then Wednesday, he came out again, right? But then, he made the comments, he made a statement.
What was the statement?
That hey, Molly, was gone, and da-da-da-da. He said he didn't make as big a statement on ESPN that he made on his radio show, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't. I missed
radio
that
show.
I didn't see it, so.
And he didn't get into it. He said it's her story to tell. It's her story to tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Thursday, the ESPN boss came out.
The boss, the big man.
Yeah, he came out and made a statement.
They don't make statements, man.
Man, that's what I'm saying. But just reading through it and looking through it, don't look like they were gonna pay her the amount of money that she was looking for.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now to abruptly leave and your contract don't end till the end of the year, it's something bigger.
Oh yeah, it gotta be.
It's something bigger, right? I'm looking at, they just brought Cam on and gave him some dollars. They just signed Malika Andrews to a new contract.
I think that got something to do with it too.
Yeah, and so I believe that contract versus her contract, I think she was like, okay, nah. Yeah, she been there like 10 years.
Yeah, she been there for a minute.
Man, held it down, man.
And she, Stephen A. be all over the place. He barely on the show, physically sitting down on the show. And to see him in the building day after day, I was like, something going on.
Yeah, because he normally here, and even Cam will be here, and she be in out with Ryan and, Dan and she know how to keep everybody in check.
In check, under control, so don't get too out of hand.
Yeah, she was able to keep everybody in check. Now, who you think that they're gonna get to replace her?
It's gonna be tough, man.
Because Colin Champion was good. And I thought they would never get nobody to replace her, but then Molly came in, man, spot on. So.
But they got to find somebody that knows sports.
You got to know.
They got to know sports, and they got to be comfortable being around these different characters, these different personalities on the show, because they bring all kind of people in.
Man, what?
Ex-players, other analysts, radio hosts, stuff like that. So it's got to be somebody strong and can control the show.
Yeah.
It can't be somebody weak and timid and don't want to talk. Like, no.
Can't be weak.
Because you gonna have them guys go Mad Dog and all them gonna be in there.
And Stephen A. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
That's
man.
enough.
That's enough. And then Mad Dog. Oh man. Mad Dog coming down on the weed.
Oh yeah, shit.
Origami or whatever.
And Mad Dog be ready to go.
Mad
And
Dog
don't care.
Mad
Yeah, I
Dog
took
tell-
one before the show.
Yeah. I had a garment. Yeah, I did. They tell me, I had a garment.
And they don't tell Mad Dog nothing.
They don't say nothing to Mad Dog. You know, did he get the holler? You know, but well, I'm like, wow,
Why you don't send your resume in, man? Get you on ESPN.
Man, shoot, we got inside the real room, baby. You know, shit, I'm better than ESPN Plus. Bring it on.
You say plus?
Hey, we got inside the real room, baby. But I'm bringing it on. Hey, we just touching the surface. You heard?
We gotta clean that up, man. You gotta work on that.
Okay. All right. I got you.
We was just about to leave, but y'all, I need y'all to pay attention to this. All you Atlanta Falcon fans, this is for you. One of the best kickers you ever had, besides Martin Anderson, the greatest kicker to ever play the game that y'all got from the Saints that we gave to y'all. Cool. Y'all released this man. Why? Why did y'all release this man, Alvin?
He stopped eating rice. And he started with spaghetti.
Man, this is one of the best kickers y'all had in the last 5 years.
He should have kept eating that rice. And he kept that rice made him strong, man. That leg strong. He started eating spaghetti. He got weak.
You think it was time, Al? You think it was time for him to go?
Yeah, he had to go, man. Man, after we sitting down there at the dome, man, it was rocking. We know we finna tie the game up, right? So, man, I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, because he made the practice kick off.
Yeah.
That kick. And the guy said, he missed it. I'm sitting there and say, he missed that. And I'm like, so I'm still sitting there. All the fans gone. I'm sitting there looking at the goal post. Looking at him. I said, damn, he missed that. Shit, we supposed to be in overtime now. I'm still sitting there, boy.
What happened? You cried?
Man, no. My wife said, if you don't get your, let's go. I said, I'm still, damn saying, damn, it's just.
I wouldn't. Ladies and gentlemen, I was at the game. I was sitting there.
Yeah,
I didn't know where the kick was
now.
coming from. I'm taking pictures because I wanted to get the ball going through the field goal. I was like, okay, cool. I could go ahead and post that. I was at the game. Woody won the third. The ball never came. Never came. I'm taking snapshots. And then everybody around me start getting up and leaving. I turned to my partner, Tim. I said, man, what's going on? He said, that damn cool. He missed again.
Man,
and that was the greatest. That was the greatest. One of the greatest days of my life. I love Cool, man.
Well, if you go back, that extra point that it hit.
Yeah.
It's a clock, and then it went in, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, we in trouble now, boy. I hope it don't come down to this right here.
But the practice kick, after he made a practice kick,
I went up there to get some rice and take it down there to him, man. They wouldn't let me go down there, man. You know, I said, damn, you need it. You like Popeye. You need this rice before you can get some ball, man. They wouldn't let me go. I said, Ursula, do you want to win this game? I got to get this rice to this man.
No, the Ursula was from New Orleans, man.
Yeah, I think so.
You ain't getting in there, man.
He wouldn't let me in there, man.
You was already set up, man.
Man, I was already set up. Boy, I had a big bowl, too, boy. Well, big. I had got a little soy sauce to go with it. Oh, he was going to be on time, man, you know.
I was so happy. I ain't lying.
I know you were.
I went back to a gate and party and having a good time.
I know you were, man. You know, I'm like, wow. So this week he said, thank you to Atlanta. I say, whoa, you should have kept on eating that rice. I told you. So, hey, and the guy, he's from Peachtree City.
Oh, for real?
Yes, he's a hometown guy.
Okay.
He's a hometown hero.
Hometown hero?
Yes.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Yeah, he gonna be a hometown hero. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, buddy, hey, once again, man, it's been fun.
All right, man.
We're gonna wrap this
thank
up
y'all
right
people
here.
for tuning
Please.
in with us today.
Please
Hey, look, y'all
subscribe.
got to get in the comments. I ain't been seeing
Please.
no comments. Y'all,
Please.
besides viewing and hitting likes, I need y'all to get in there and
Please.
subscribe. We need
Please.
them numbers. We need y'all support.
Thank you. Please do that. We need it. Inside the Real Room.
And don't forget, catch us on YouTube, Inside the Real Room. Set up your little login. It's simple. You can subscribe. You ain't even gotta watch us every week. You can watch us the next week or after we come out, whatever. But y'all tune in and y'all show us some love.
Stay tuned.
We out. Peace.
Peace.